All right. The champions all received a missive, and it reads Champion, the Society received a request for aid from one of the new owners of Bodenhammer Manor, Cyprian Redmont. Since Redmont and his family moved into the manor house, they have had issues with decaying plants, blighted crops, and unseasonable cold. In addition to this, a Sentinel adherent stationed in the region has also reported unsettling rumors about a plague of nightmares and hallucinations. Due to the range of concerns, I am assigning you and other high ranked adherents to investigate. I am certain you will represent the Society with dignity and determination. Make the necessary preparations and meet your colleagues at Bodenhammer Manor 10 days hence. Odara Wellhouse, Principal Strategist, the Society for Benevolent Intercession. So, the champions have arrived at Bodenhammer Manor, which is it's a large country manor house that has been sitting vacant for some time. It's a little bit run down. Um, the the grounds haven't been kept up, and looking at it from the outside, you arrive at nighttime. The moon is shining down on it, and it doesn't appear super inviting or even well lit. So you're approaching the front. There's a large staircase up to a big, what was surely a grand entrance before, big oversized doors. And who all is here at the doorstep?
Well, I tell you, I'm Raric Montau. I am a Ridgeborn Earthkin witch, and my pronouns are they, them. You can see the clothes that I'm wearing are neutral hues of browns, greens, and grays, covered in dirt and moss. My eyes are like dark caves. My body is tall and muscular, formed of rock and earth. Tattooed all across my body are etchings of spells and runes, covering all my exposed skin. And my skin is the color of ashes and earth. And my attitude, you see me, I'm like a mountain, stoic and sultry. I do tend to flirt with everyone,
And
but I
who
fall in
is
love
playing
with no one.
Raric? That's probably good to.
This is
Thank you.
Michaela, aka Mrs. Too Much.
I am Darius Thorne.
And who might you be?
I am a warborn Aetheris warlock. When you look at me, you see that I am wearing darkness. You can't actually make out clothes, but what you can see is that I am wrapped in darkness, extending down my arms and up my neck, and even when they are raised out to my wings. An Aetheris is kind of like an angel. So Darius is typically you would expect him to be a brightly glowing creature, but he is more of if you can picture darkness glowing, he is glowing with darkness. He is very tall, and like I said, he has very dark, wide wings that will raise, and pronouns he, him. And hey, I'm revealing too much, playing Darius.
You two are the only ones that arrived on time, apparently.
Nice to meet you, Darius. And what about you, my little friend?
I'll go ahead. This is Ticha. So I'm playing Emse, who would be a witch highborn Simia, who comes from kind of like a nobly background, and started there, but then wanted to give back to folks around herself because she realized that a lot of things that she thought were wrong, and thought she knew everything, and definitely did not, and how the world works and how people were and why they were the way they were. And so short, Simia, very stout, brown skin, covered in a cloak with a hood up, holding a staff. Very strong physically, as well as mentally. But even with all that, still a bit overconfident and full of themselves until they remember they shouldn't do that.
Rianth.
A pale yet darkish yellow, brown, tan skinned fungrel ambles fashionably late towards the manor. And he nods towards Mrs. Too Much, whose character's name I forgot already.
Raric.
Raric. I do hope this is not a waste, like the last time we were gathered together. And he bows to the other folks there with a little bit of a flourish. And you realize that though he's probably about 6 foot tall, couple feet of that are the cap of his head. And so he's actually just below or just above navel level for most of you, where his eyes are. And he's not wearing a shirt, but has a long flowing cape, dark burgundies and black colored clothing. Very stylish, very well made. And his eyes peek out from underneath his cap like bright blue lichen. They kind of have a fuzzy texture looking to them as you kind of look at them.
He's not wearing a shirt. Does he have a six-pack?
Oh gosh, no, he has a dad bod, mushroom dad bod. So yeah, he's kind of thick and not in the muscular sense. Yeah,
this is a mushroom top.
A mushroom top.
I love it.
Stop that. Stop it right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're
This
going
went real south
baby.
real fast.
And I'm sorry,
Darius.
say your character's first name again.
Darius Thorne.
Darius. Okay, Darius and Emse and Raric and Mahrell.
Mahrell.
Oh, like Mahrell mushroom?
Yes.
I'm going to be mostly serious, but I had to do some mushroom puns. Wait till you see my experiences.
Oh,
Why don't you share them with us?
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So yeah, my
Nice.
experiences are deep roots.
Nice.
Not much room for error.
Oh, that's why Michaela read that to me last night, and she was like, "I think he spelled criminal wrong."
Did I say that? I don't even remember that.
Not a fun guy, and off the beaten path.
Wait, was that a vegan joke? Did you say off the meaten path?
Oh. By the way, while we are doing the initial stuff, Raric is a moon witch, and they have the lunar phases ability. Your spirit ebbs and flows like the phases of the moon. At the beginning of each session, roll a d4 and gain the matching effect until the end of the session. So I'm going to roll my d4, and I got a 4. So my effect is waning. So the moon, I suppose, is waning, and I gain a +1 bonus to my evasion.
Oh, nice.
I don't think I have that.
Yeah, that's one of the enhanced subclass things for the moon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Darius, what is your character?
I'm Magdaig Rooaig. I am a moon witch, Qatari, but flavored as a fox. I gained my my magics while I was a familiar to a witch. We later parted ways, and I kept my magic. I've used it to try and improve places as I go through.
I love that.
Also, who is playing Magdaig?
Oh, yes.
This is heiress of the Naturolls. Magdaig's pronouns are she, her.
Awesome. Some of my experiences are rock hard stare. How do you like me now? I have a tattoo for that. Green thumb, and mess with the Raric, you get the thorns.
Yeah, I have a tattoo for that. It's brilliant. Love it.
They basically have all their spells tattooed over their body. They don't carry a spell book. They just tattoo stuff. So
That's so cool.
that's
I like that a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Teach
It's like Full Metal Alchemist.
So you have stone skin. Does that mean that they're chiseled in, or
Yes.
is it painted on?
They are. So I've chiseled it in and then painted. So it's engraved, but with like color.
Thank you.
Yes.
Teacher Emse. What
Emse.
are the pronouns?
She, her.
She. Okay. I just want to try to.
So we have 2 gals, 2 guys, 1 person.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything anybody else wanted to share about their characters?
Did the others want to share their experiences? I know I also answered some background questions as well. I don't know if everybody did that.
I did a little. I have the experiences soup chef. She's good with herbs. She has a little bit of a background in collecting herbs for the witch. She was familiar to. Magical conduit. She's familiar. She was kind of used as an extension of magic. Moss maiden. She likes the woods a lot, and she's also got herb nerd.
I love that so much. I feel like we're gonna get along.
Herb nerb.
Herb nerb.
She just wants to herb nerb. She just wants to herb nerb with the high.
It's not
society.
too late to change that. It's fine. Hey yo.
Herb nerb.
Oh my goodness!
Laughing. Strictly prohibited.
I cannot believe that Raric forgot to introduce you guys to their very cute familiar / small pet. And it is a frog named Zinx. And they are blue and green with smooth, glassy skin and a pair of blue antennae that make it look like an alien. It's a headband, but they like to scare people and tell people that they're out of this world.
How adorable.
Thank you.
Emse's got experiences. First one, I can talk my way out of this. Second one's, I'm always right. Third one, taking center stage. And then Simia, expert climber. And then walking encyclopedia with a variety of knowledge because of kind of the highborn background and well-studied.
Cool.
Darius's
Darius?
experiences are bear witness, fallen from grace, leap without looking, not long for this world, and my life is not my own.
Hey, that sounds like somebody I know.
I was going to say. That's so good.
Does Darius have an axe that they want to throw?
Knowing it's a warlock, that's maybe not the benevolent god of light that you may be familiar with.
Scorchborn.
Maybe. Maybe.
Man, I swear, Mike, if that's the case, Michael and I were like totally in sync, 100% in sync with what we were doing for our warlock.
You haven't asked me.
That's amazing. And I love it.
My patron
Who's your patron?
is known as
Do you want to tell
the
us?
Sunless.
Oh.
Ooh.
Suns less, buns less.
Oh no.
Sorry, no laughing. I apologize.
Nope.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Very serious.
We don't allow
spooky.
Yeah, this
Spooky
is a
laughing
serious
only.
game. There's no fun allowed at all. All right.
Does
so,
everyone do their experiences
Yeah. Did anybody else want to share anything?
or background questions?
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody shared their experiences.
I do have background
yeah,
questions, but not sure if we're doing those.
Yeah, I didn't fill in any background questions, but I kind of gave a little bit of background that I just kind of wrote. I didn't like follow the questions or anything.
Gotcha.
Maybe because these are, new characters for a one shot, we'll save the background for if it, becomes relative to the narrative.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Mhm.
sounds good.
Well, on that note, let's go ahead and step into Bodenhammer Manor. So, what you are seeing is a blueprint of the manor, something that the family found when they moved in. It's something they've been adding to. It's not a map so much as a reference for where things are located within the house. And this is, there's no grid. This is not like meant for you to have to take steps across, a hallway in order to find something. You should be able to drag your tokens, if you want to say, hey, I'm over here doing this, but it's just sort of an outline of the lower level of the manor and the upper level. And I'll let you describe the rooms as you go into them. Just because I wasn't sure this was clear, on the right-hand side of the lower level is a library, and on the right-hand side of the upper level is the second story of the library.
So
Okay,
this is
that's why.
library right here.
Yes.
So that's like a ladder, a
It
book
is.
ladder.
Yeah.
And
Well,
is
that's
that
the
a
ladder up to
telescope
the
that I spy?
observatory. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Us moon witches might find something helpful up there.
Sure. So here at the entryway are partners Arlena Silverport and Cyprian Redmont. They are both Qatari.
Sabrina or Sabrina?
It's Arlena Silverport and Cyprian Redmont. Arlena is the mother and female partner of the family. She's a waterborn Qatari with sort of light orange fur, and the Cyprian is the father and male partner, and he is Ridgeborn Qatari with dark gray fur, and their child is also in the house but not present right here at the entrance because teenager, you know. So Arlena introduces herself and her partner Cyprian and tells you that their child is in their room and they use they them pronouns. I guess Arlena wants to make sure that anybody who comes to her house treats her child the way that they want to be treated. So she is upfront in letting you know about this. And this is Cyprian who wrote the letter to the Society for Benevolent Intercession, who was requesting aid because of things that have been going very strangely since they moved in. Now, what do you want to do?
Well, first of all, I do want to say, Miss Arlena, I get it. I would do the same for my child, and I also use they, them pronouns. It won't be a problem, I can assure you. My team and I are professionals, and we will deal with this manner. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about the problems that you're having?
The talking skull that is the clasp of Mahrell's cape stage whispers, their team? Since when? And Mahrell just puts his hand over the clasp, so you're trying to cover it for the moment, and allows the conversation to continue.
Mahrell, when will that ever stop?
It didn't stop when it died. I'm not sure what will.
Yeah, that was a
Have you tried
waste
to
of a
gag?
spell.
I hear those work pretty well.
Sorry, what'd you say there, dear?
Arlita side eyes the group, specifically the talking cloak clasp, and then returns her attention to Raric to answer their questions. She says, our family moved in not long ago. I will be very straight with you. We bought this house at a relatively and somewhat surprisingly inexpensive price. We were looking for something large, even though our family is not large. My partner, Cyprian, doesn't prefer to be outside. And Cyprian kind of interrupts and he's like, I don't go outside at all. Just to be clear. Arlena's like patting
May I
him.
ask why, dear?
I don't like to talk about it a lot, but it causes me anxiety to such an extent that I cannot function. I cannot be unaccompanied, and I prefer to have cover overhead at all times.
Magdaig just goes forward and grasps his hand, like grasps one of his hands in two of her hands. She's like, I completely understand you, dearie. I will not ask that question again. Thank you for sharing.
It's a lifelong affliction. It's been worse as I grew older, but we have learned to work with it, and my partner is incredibly supportive of my needs, and I work from home and communicate by letter or missive, and that is sufficient for me. Arlena continues that since they moved in, there have been some strange occurrences, such as hearing voices that they can't find any source of. It is a big house, but not so big that there are people living in rooms they don't know about. And there's nothing nearby, no nearby houses. This was, to her understanding, an old family, like country home that they would retire to during off season and when it wasn't an exciting time socially in bigger cities. But the family fell out of favor or something to that effect, and this house has just been out here pretty much unoccupied for quite some time.
Is there a particular room that you've noticed these voices coming from?
Yes, any direction.
Darius is still.
Darius
is standing outside, and he says, "You said you didn't believe there was anything living in any other rooms, but that doesn't account for anything that could be in those rooms." And then he turns his attention back to what he's doing outside the doorway.
All doom and gloom, aren't you, dearie?
That's Darius for you. You've met him, right?
Arlena is kind of moves forward and pokes her head out the door and looking him up and down a little suspiciously. What are you doing out there?
I am making sure that this house is safe to enter. And if you look at the door frame, you will see a light smear of blood on the left side and on the right side and on the above the top.
Esme turns back and just kind of goes, well, that's a choice.
Cyprian waves his partner back inside and is like, come, I did ask for their help. These are the experts. This is the reason that we have reached out, because we don't know how to deal with this. So Arlena moves back next to him. In fact, they would both kind of move back and say, you're welcome to check out the home. The one time that we heard voices, it seemed to be coming from the parlor, which is a ground floor with windows to the outside. So, I mean, it's possible, it could have come from outside, but again, there's nothing nearby except that cemetery over there.
Thank you, ma'am. And Raric goes over to her hand, holds out his hand for her hand. To Arlena.
Oh, Arlena takes Raric's hand and squeezes it. And
he kisses it gently and lets it go.
Arlena blushes a little bit and but doesn't pull her hand back, you notice. But she's very sincere when she says, you're welcome to check out anything in the home. If there's anything that we can do, please let us know. We want things to settle in, and in our new home we want to make our life here, but it's been a little hectic.
Thank you very much. Emse, get over here.
Emse just actually Emse pops up and just kind of without even thinking just goes and just walks right over to Raric. It's like, wait a second. How did that happen? No. Emse looks up and says, did they say there's a cemetery outside?
That's what I heard.
Doesn't this look like a little bit of a fixer-upper to you? I mean, didn't look very good when we were coming in.
That's what I was going to ask. I grew up in a cave. This is pretty nice to me, but you come from that fancy stuff. Is this normal?
Yeah, nope, it's not. It's not. Nope. I wouldn't, rundown house next to a cemetery. I don't think that's what we'd really be picking up, but I guess everyone's got to get their jollies somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand getting it for a price. What's that, Magdaig?
Magdaig says quickly to Orlina and Cyprian, don't mind them. They're pranksters. They're jokesters. We'll take care of it for you, dearie. Just
Darius looks at everyone flirting with the homeowners and talking trash about their house, and then looks at his work on the door frame and just says, yes, and I am the one that's embarrassing. Hey, GM, can I ask you a quick question? I have a thing that is only dependent on a long rest. Is it safe to assume that we would have taken a long rest before this? It's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I should have said that. That have your everything ready to go, like you're fresh.
Okay. Thank you.
Rested.
Rested.
I was about to say that.
We got the same brain, yo.
Gnarly.
Well, all right, folks. Should we go around? Emse, do you want to lead us? You know your way around these types of houses.
Yeah, no, I'd say I think we should start in the parlor. I'll say go right to the source. I'll say I bet you the teenagers up in their room doing who knows what, but I'd say we should go with the right over to the parlor and see what's happening. But as Emse then is walking, I'm guessing kind of down, and stop me if this is wrong, GM, but I'm assuming kind of there's a hallway. I can make a right turn. Is the placement of everybody kind of where we think it is? So I'm still pretty close to Orlina and Cyprian.
Yes. If you are looking, so the tokens and the blueprint don't really correspond in size. So you could say the hallway is about 4 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is a large house, and it has big rooms and long halls, and you're still, yes, I mean, you're still in the entryway with the homeowners, but
Yeah.
don't rely on the the token size.
No. Yeah. I was
Indicative.
wondering more if Cyprian's pretty close by to me still.
Yes.
So Esme starts to walk over towards through the hallway over towards going to the parlor, sees Cyprian kind of nearby, looks Cyprian up and down, and then kind of glances over and says, can you tell me just one more time what you think might be happening here? And it's kind of trying to see if Cyprian might sort of have any hints that we didn't maybe hear from Orlina. And just try to find a little bit more.
Cyprian says, well, as I wrote to the society for aid, some of the weird things that we have personally seen, we have some crop fields that have fallen to blight. To be fair, we're not farmers. We didn't move in here to farm, but even like normal landscaping plants have collapsed into decay. We can't seem to keep an herb garden alive, and sometimes the cold, for this being a fairly mild autumn, the cold is piercing. Just, it's like not even a fireplace will help you escape this cold. We will sometimes move to another part of the house in order to avoid it.
He hears that and he's still on the front porch. Does he see that? Are the plants at the front of the house, the landscaping, is it a state of decay outside? Like right near the front door?
Yeah, I would say not all of it, but there are like patches of it that some of it is just things are overgrown because it wasn't a manicured lawn. But there are definitely things that look sickly, unhealthy, and just flat out dead. In strange patches, definitely not like like an end of summer dormancy.
Is Cyprian go ahead.
Does Raric overhear this conversation, I'm assuming?
I would say so, yeah.
Raric is going to make their way...
Cyprian has a pretty deep, booming voice,
Yeah. Raric's going to make their way back out and look at the plants. Do I see one that's particularly decayed?
Yes, there's several that you can see that are...
I'm going to walk up to it.
Yeah, within range.
Could I use my experience green thumb to do would it be instinct check to see like if there's any sort of, I don't know, natural phenomena that could be causing the plants to have died?
Yes. Go ahead. Roll instinct.
Okay, so I have a +2 to that experience, by the way. That was a terrible... Oh my gosh. That was a 3 with fear, but I'm going to add a +5 for my instinct. So
incredible.
That makes it an 8, +2 to green thumb. So 10. I just went from a 3 to a 10. Just with my
we love max characters.
Yep.
Yeah, you succeed in investigating it, right? But you can't determine the exact cause because of the roll with fear. However, as far as you can tell, it lost life. Like, it collapsed. It wasn't like a normal plant would, wither and die. This is like it collapsed into a puddle. It's not a good word. But like a mush of pie, A mushy pile. In like it deteriorated quickly is what I'm trying to convey.
Gotcha. Is there still leaves on the plant? They're just like dead? Or is it literally like mush, like there's nothing to pick up?
I'm
This
gonna
is just
say
for flavor.
it's just it's just like rotted vegetation.
I'm gonna
Just because it's decaying, I don't want you slandering mushrooms.
Here's some food for you, Mahrell.
You see a dead guy and hand it to a human and say, here's some food for you? That could be his relative. I mean, that could be his relative.
I mean, it's not a mushroom. It is dying plants. And it doesn't. Whatever. And I will pinch a little bit of the mush between my fingers, examining it, smelling it, and then flick it away. And then go back into the house.
Is Cyprian kind of like this couple fancy at all? Are they like middle, lower class? I'm asking just because I am highborn, so I get advantage on rolls with certain things.
Yeah, I would say middle class. Definitely. Like, this is, in theory, a manor house would normally be well outside their range, but they found it was spacious,
So my privilege thing for highborn wouldn't kick in with this couple.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Just checking. Esme, she, looks at Cyprian and then kind of sees everyone else behind her and then goes, well, I guess we should go find out what's happening in this parlor then. And then you just see, because she's wearing like a cloak, and then suddenly it looks like she disappeared because the cloak just like falls down to the ground. But then you notice there's like a little like lump at the very bottom. And then all of a sudden the lump starts moving. And then you notice that there's just like a cute little kitty cat walking out from under the thing and looks up and just goes, and then starts walking.
Darius is going to grab Mahrell and going to say, did you understand the cat's name? Because she has called herself Esme and Emse. And I just want to actually...
Esme. I'm sorry, Emse. I think somebody else said it differently, then it messed me up, so it's Emse.
It may have been me because
that's fine. There's like 50. There's also a lot of names. So
well, I think this is Teach's first time getting a name wrong on the podcast. So that's what.
First time
ever.
I'm known for my perfect pronunciations of all the words.
Emse, I believe.
Emse. Cyprian, by the way, is first startled by the collapse of the cloak and then sees a tiny cat and is like, okay, that's cute. And he decides to wander off into the dining room to, I don't know, work.
After you, Mama. And I follow behind Emse.
So sorry, Raric just called Emse the cat and Mama. I just want to make sure I got that.
You're a mama cat, aren't you?
You bet I am.
Magdaig is gonna pick up Emse's cloak and just drape it over her arm. Just follows suit and is like, well, I guess this is what we're doing now.
So polite, that one.
And Mahrell wanders a little slowly behind, and he's fiddling with a little bit of like grass or something in his hand, and he's like making a little something out of it. It's hard to see what it is. He's, so far, I don't know why we needed 5 of us. He says to Darius, and continues into the parlor.
Checks his work on the exterior door frame, and then kind of enters into the entryway of the house, following behind, but at a distance, looking around, listening. Does Darius hear anything? Is there anything out of the ordinary, something that is not a house sound?
I think, why don't you
I mean,
roll? What would you roll for that?
Instinct sounds
What
good to
is
me.
that? Instinct? Sure.
Michaela
First
rolled.
roll of the day, baby. Hit them math rocks.
Wait. Michaela rolled.
Yeah.
No,
There
It
was a
was
whole-
just so bad.
Second-
that
I
you
did, the
forgot.
first roll of the
Second,
day
sorry,
was
second
roll of the day, baby.
literally the lowest thing you can roll
With
without
a
it being a
1
crit.
and a 2.
Yeah. Amazing.
With fear. Yeah.
Well, the
Starting
bad
out
news
well.
is this is not much higher. That is a 9 with fear. Yeah. Yep,
with
yep, yep.
everything added in.
It was a
Actually less.
1 on the hope die. It was a 6 on the fear die, and then I have 2 to instinct. So you're welcome. You're welcome. It's
Can't
okay.
see
Get
me
as much.
doing my plotting hands.
You get as much fear as you want.
We're imagining it.
It'll be
It's
fun for me.
Oh.
We'll see.
Is that a threat?
I think it's a promise, if I recall.
So, Darius, no, you really, you could pause and try to listen, but you don't hear anything other than the murmur of voices as people are moving through the house.
He probably hears the creak of chairs and doors opening and closing.
Possibly. Aurelina says, kind of calls out to the group, I don't want to get in your way. I don't want to interfere. Just, if you have questions, let me know. I'm going to retire upstairs and work on spinning.
So it's me and Raric in the parlor right now.
Looks like.
Emse looks around the parlor, sees the lovely couch right in the middle, naturally walks up and kind of just like scratches it, and just like puts some like nice little rips right on that thing, little scratching post, scratch.
The
And then
cat on the back of the couch interrupts,
Yeah,
peering
competition.
down at this intruder. What? You know
Wait, is
how
the cat
cats are.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, is the cat talking?
The cat is giving the impression without words that you have lost your mind and that couch is not for you.
And so he looks up, just like awkward, and just like kind of slowly like pause backwards, like one at a time. And looks around and looks towards the windows up and down in the ceiling, and sees that there are some paintings on the wall, and notes that some of them just seem kind of like standard, like old kind of like paintings. Seem somewhat faded away, like they've been there probably before Cyprian and Orlina, and goes up to one of them and looks further at it, and tries to feels like there might be something there to give you a little bit more background or knowledge on the house. But looks at it to see if anything kind of clicks that might tell us anything more about what this house's history is.
You see, as you said, the paintings are old and faded, and they were definitely around before this family moved in. And they're also not Qatari ancestry, which so far that's all you've seen of the family is Qatari. So you know that these paintings predate the family moving in here. It looks like they are paintings of well-to-do people who, probably the family that previously inhabited, but it seems like the clothing it is antiquated. There's no nothing seems modern or current that you recognize. Just that everybody appears posh.
Okay. Emse shares that with both. Is it Mahrell?
Mahrell.
Mahrell. Yeah.
Mahrell.
Mushroom.
And Mahrell. Is that a kind of mushroom?
Yeah.
It is.
Mahrell.
It's like the cap
Yeah.
that they have, or he has.
Is it usually like Morel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morel.
Then shares that information also with Raric, and then continues to walk around, the room, sort of investigating, trying to see if anything happens to Esme.
Emse.
Yeah.
Can we
Emse
say
too.
that the cat
my own
is
character's
the cat
name, but I'll get
form
right
is
eventually.
Esme, and then we can. Then we can.
No,
it's called.
We can say that they go by both names. One is their middle name. It's Emse, Esme, and they go by both.
And I don't even have a last name, so we can just make that up as we go. And continues to look around the room.
Can I see
as,
the aforementioned paintings from the entryway? Because there's a door that leads from the entryway straight into the parlor, right? Can I see the paintings through the open doorway?
Yeah, you can. There's this is sort of like the grand old style of house where you would throw open all of the double doors in the entertaining parts of the house.
When I see the paintings and I move,
so
Darius kind of moves back and forth. Do the eyes of the painting seem to follow him? Okay.
No, I want to say yes, but
okay, just checking.
know where to go with that.
Okay. Mahrell's going to look around the parlor. Are there plants? Dead plants here as well?
Anything inside the house that was like a decorative plant would have been dead before the family moved in, because it was all abandoned and nobody was taking care of it.
Oh, I see. So they've left the dead plants just lying around?
They're still cleaning up the manor house.
That's what I'm getting. All right.
They're rehabilitating the house. Bodenhammer Manor.
Raric sees a nice old rug on the floor. Can I lift it up and see if anything's underneath?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you see?
Well, I rolled 7 plus 5, 12 with hope.
Hope?
Is there anything under there?
There's
if not,
nothing.
I can make up some flavor.
No.
I see.
You would lift the rug and see nothing out of the ordinary. It's just normal floors that match the rest of the manor.
Darn. Sure, it was under there. And then I flip it back over.
Emse goes and peeks under the couch to try to see if there's anything under the couch.
I just checked under there, Emse.
I thought you would have looked under the rug.
The rug is under the couch.
I thought you lifted the rug to look under the rug as opposed to just under the couch.
Fine. Double check my work.
There is also nothing between the top of the rug and the bottom of the couch.
So it goes like all the way down. There's no like the legs aren't very tall.
But even so, there's nothing there.
Nothing there. Okay, fair.
And the cat on the couch.
Do we get the feeling that
suspiciously?
Do we have the perspective that this room is haunted? Like, is there any feeling, sound, anything? Or are we just investigating an old room at this point?
You appear to be investigating an old room.
No.
Do you share that with everybody, or?
Well, I would say everybody has, Everybody who wanted to went into the parlor and looked around, investigated, inspected, didn't find anything particularly unusual. So
Mahrell shakes his head and says out loud, "This is beginning to feel like the last time, Raric. But allow me a moment." And he literally sits on the floor, kind of cross-legged, does a little centering exercise, and calls out to commune, using the skill commune. If there is something spooky here, some evil or otherworldly presence, please show me where it is. Give me some indication of where to go. And he rolls 46, and I got 2 4s and 2 3s, so I can either hear sounds or see a vision. Yeah, let's do that. Taste a flavor, smell a scent, or feel a sensation relevant. I think I'd like to see a vision, if possible, or hear sounds that would indicate where to go.
you hear sounds. You sort of lean in, trying to focus on the sound that doesn't seem to be coming from this room after all, but it's a bit of a raspy, husky voice that seems familiar to you, though one you haven't heard in a long time because they're no longer part of the living.
So what did the sound say? Or
Who is it? Whose voice do you hear?
oh, I see. Okay. It's actually a spirit that I've spoken with in the past.
Okay.
So it's known to me and the skull. One of our first cases that we did was helping this spirit depart this plane.
The voice, the spirit, says to you, "Danger, danger," and then cuts off and fades.
Okay. Not the most helpful they've been.
What did you hear, Mahrell?
There is a dangerous spirit here.
So it's not all hokey pokey,
Correct.
hocus pocus, whatever you call it.
Indeed.
No dancing, no fun.
No hokey pokies.
I mean, if it were
just went
hokey pokey,
around.
we'd have to
Hey.
turn ourselves around.
Yeah,
and
That's what it's all
Emse
about.
just went around in a circle.
Is that you sighing or your skull?
That was the skull.
Well, so we know it's not hocus pocus, and I guess we just keep checking things out. What do you think, Magdaig?
We have a lot more house to cover. We've only taken on one room.
True. Why don't you lead
You
the
like
way?
it? If you insist. If you insist.
I do. And
In
I
order
give you my
to
rock hard stare.
save some time, I would just describe some of these rooms. When you came into the entryway, you went into the parlor that's to the right hand of the entry. Across the other side, there's a game room, and past that, a music room. And these are both rooms that haven't been refurbished, so a bit of I mean, you can see their intended purpose by the stuff that's in them, but they're definitely not recently used. down the hall from that, there are what presumably would have been servants' quarters, but the family has just moved in and doesn't have anybody living on the premises. There's a big kitchen with a big stone hearth, and then there's the dining room where Cyprian is currently sitting at the table working on correspondence. And then on the ground floor, the remaining right hand side of the ground floor, there's a little bathroom and the big library. And then there's also a large staircase going up to the second floor.
Music room.
What would the room with the piano be?
That's the music room.
That's the music room. Okay, sorry. Aptly named.
You know what I've always found mischievous goings on to be near? Libraries. There's always something happening in a library.
True. Lots of books.
I would say you get a lot of books together. There is some stories to be told.
Spirits and witches both like libraries. Let us away.
I don't need books. I've got skin. But I'll go
never know.
anyway.
You might find some fascinating rock formations you like in a book.
True.
I hear they have illustrations now.
Something I could copy on my skin, I guess. I follow.
Exactly, dearie. I think I'll start at this back wall. Can everyone pick a wall or a bookcase, and we'll have a little rummage, shall we? See what we can't turn up.
Now, the library, you can see they've started to clean up, and there are some books that were not salvageable, but they've started organizing what's there and like dusting and sweeping the room out.
Darius is
quit
gone the
lollygagging.
opposite way of the library and
duck
is
my head out. Shout.
He just, if you were close, you'd hear him say, "I'll leave the witches to their books." And he's just looking in all of the other rooms on this floor. So if any of the doors are closed, he's just throwing the door open and looking inside to see if there is anything jumping out at him.
And we're all in the library looking about, investigating, right?
Yes.
So
It appears
let's
that way.
should we
What
all
do
do
you-
instinct rolls to perceive what we perceive? Sense. We're trying to sense for the spirits. Is that what's going on?
I mean, I was going to try to assist Raric in the looking that Raric is doing by, maybe hopping on Raric's shoulder, getting a little poke from one of the thorns, like, ah! And then settling back in, sitting down on Raric's shoulder, go, ah! Thorny again. And then looking over the similar area to what Raric is doing, attempting to assist Raric in the search.
Still as a little
Mahrell,
cat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just checking.
Mahrell, instead of assisting Raric has a friendly rivalry with Raric. So goes to the opposite side of the library and is like sensing and like waving his arms around as if he could, feel the spirits moving through his cap. And I got a 25 with hope on my instinct roll for sensing and perceiving.
Oh,
And I get a roll a d8 to help with advantage for Raric in my cat form. So I get +7 for Raric on whatever Raric gets, which is probably terrible.
Well, it was a 6 with hope, so that isn't bad. The hope part isn't bad. And my instinct is 5, so that'll be 11 total.
+7.
+7. So not too bad. 18.
while you are all searching around the library and investigating, so I'm sorry, what was Raric's roll?
It was 18 total. After all
18
the help and
total,
everything.
including the help.
Mhm.
Okay. And Mahrell's was 25?
25 with hope.
25 with hope. Okay. Mahrell and sorry, Raric's was with hope.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure. So Mahrell is sees an old writing desk and decides to uh, look through it and see if there's anything that they are familiar with, and finds, let's say, a medallion. And you recognize it as similar to a book that you read describing a necromancer that had attacked, raised an army of undead and attacked village far away. It's allegedly a historical record, but you could never back it up with any other facts. There were no other records of this attack, and the only thing that you've seen since you read that book is this medallion that seems like the description presented in the book of the necromancer's sigil. And
It was found in the writing desk. Does it look like the writing desk has been used a lot?
It's dusty. It looks like they've been more focused on saving the books than anything else. And while you're inspecting that, turning it around, flipping it over, you might notice that if you look around, somebody's missing. Magdaig. Magdaig has disappeared from sight. You're not sure where she went. She was right there. She was telling everybody what to do. Trying to make everybody get along and work together. And then suddenly, she vanished. Just as you are preparing to look for Magdaig, because where could she have gone? It's a big library, yes, but not that big. Arlena rushes into the library and says, "Where's Cyprian? Have you seen him? He said he would come upstairs, and I haven't seen him. Did you see him?"
Emse looks over and just goes, "Meow."
You can speak. Use your words.
Sorry. Sometimes I just really get into the character. Emse looks at
That's good.
or Alina goes, You lost your husband? Or partner?
Yes. I've checked every room upstairs, and I walked through, the rooms that we use down here. Nobody's seen him?
He went to the dining room last I saw.
That was where I saw him last as well.
Magdaig? What? Wait. Where's Magdaig?
Wait.
What? You've lost also one of your party?
I mean, she was just here. Magdaig?
Apparently.
Magdaig!
Darius! Magdaig!
While
Gosh.
we're hollering around for people, Mahrell goes to Arlena and kind of holds up the medallion and asks if, "Do you recognize this?"
Arlena is a bit distracted because she's worried about her partner. But she says, "It looks like a bit. Not exactly, but like that old banner that's hanging in the entryway. I just assumed it was some sort of family sigil, of the family that lived here before." But she wanders back out checking the dining room, checking the parlor.
Darius walks
Not
by her.
finding Cyprian.
Did he see anything in any of the rooms?
Just
And he didn't see Cyprian?
nothing out of the ordinary, you know.
Okay, did he see Cyprian
Didn't see
leave the dining
Cyprian,
room?
no.
Like he was pretty much in the hallway the whole time. He would have probably seen. Okay.
The whole
Okay.
time. No.
Darius
No,
pokes
he
his
didn't
head
see
in
Cyprian.
and says, "You yelled."
Well, we seem to be missing Magdaig. I just wanted to make sure you weren't missing too. Maybe we should stick together from here on out. This is some curious business.
And the roll that Raric did for inspection is coming up now, just a little delayed. You notice that this where you last saw Magdaig. There's some books askew on the shelf, and it appears, distinctly out of order from the rest of the books that they have clearly been tidying up as they go.
Aurelia. Erlina. Whatever your name is. That's just me. That's not Raric. That's me. Arlena. Sorry. I know you were walking away, but were these books always like this?
What? Books? No. What about Cyprian? I don't have time for this. She goes back upstairs to look for her.
People never listen to me. I have good ideas. All right, well, let's go look at this. Why not? I go over and I investigate the books near where Magdaig was standing last.
As you approach the books, Mahrell pipes up helpfully. You may wish to be a little careful over there.
Okay.
And he holds up the medallion and is like, I believe the previous owner of this house was a necromancer. And he explains the story of how he's read about this necromancer, but never found any evidence that they existed until this cool thing in his hand right now, and gives the full story to those who are listening. And apparently, the symbol matches the hanging in the entryway. So we could be dealing with the domain of an accomplished necromancer of some renown.
Good looking out. I'll tiptoe to the other side of the room, checking each step. I'm also 7 feet tall, hulking, and made of stone, so do with that what you will. Attempting to tiptoe.
Nimbly walking.
So nimble.
Yes, with your 7-foot stone body. You begin to look around.
Can Emse just like do a little cat paw thing, like trying to show, Raric, like this is how it works more, but
Look, I don't have 4 legs.
Like this.
God, Emse just drops out of the beast form, goes back to the simian form, just like this, and starts like tiptoeing on more regular, just the regular form. So drop that of beast form for everybody, by the way, in the campaign. So.
All right. So now everybody is sort of approaching this, right? Everybody's approaching where Magdaig was last seen, and you fumble through the books and realize that the whole shelf is loose, and because you are quite large and strong, you're able to easily shift the bookshelf aside, and you see that there's a trap door below it.
Ooh.
I will say, I'm big, I am heavy, but I am not very strong. These muscles, they're cosmetic only. I actually
look good.
carved my my skin and my body to look more muscular. Just so you know.
I respect it.
But anyway, I can make a roll if you need me to.
No, that won't be necessary. This is not. The shelf is already sort of loose because clearly Magdaig found the trapdoor.
Right.
And push the shelf out of the way, and it kind of swung back, but it's not like it's lodged firmly in place.
It's designed to kind of slide and move, so it doesn't take a lot of. Okay.
Makes sense.
Is it just a trapdoor, or are there stairs or something going down?
But you have to lift the door to find out.
Oh,
I
see.
definitely was
It's
picturing a trapdoor on the floor, and I was like, we didn't hear someone fall out of the room? Okay, I'm with you now.
Is anyone here good at looking for traps?
I mean, Emse feels pretty good about traps.
Yeah, go for it.
I mean,
what would you roll for that?
I would assume instinct, but up to the GM. I'd perceive, sense, navigate, perceive a trap. But you tell me.
I didn't realize I'm pretty good at instinct too.
I was going to say, I was thinking because we're all witches, so you probably are as well. But that's fine. I was just going with it.
I
wasn't going to question you, Raric.
Sure.
Sorry.
Roll instinct.
All right. So I'm going
to be finesse or something also. So
yeah, I'm going to spend a hope to use my I'm always right experience. And as I go ahead and look around and be like, yeah, seen a million like this in my time. Looks like all the other ones out there. And as I take a peek, you see me kind of like walk around, and then most of you are sort of looking like, getting the feeling this person actually doesn't really know how traps work very much. That this highborn individual is sort of putting on a little bit of a front for this particular thing. Maybe she's knowledgeable about other things, but this is definitely not it. But that is, so it's a 17 plus 4 for my instincts. That's 21 plus 5 for experience. So it's a 26 with fear.
And that's not knowing anything.
5 experience?
Yeah, 5 experience. Yeah. So it's funny because mechanically, as I was building this character, I was like, the experiences are insane because I didn't even max them out. I think you can get them up to like plus 6.
Yeah, plus 6 I think is as high as they let you go with the experience. But yeah.
So 26 with fear. Sorry, good GM. Do with it what you will.
In spite of the apparent fact that Emse has not as much knowledge as she portrayed about traps, nothing is apparent, and nothing triggers by her movement around the trapdoor.
Emse just reaches down, grabs it, whips it open, goes, "This room is clean."
Like Ace Ventura? Is that specifically the reference?
No, it's Poltergeist.
I have exorcised the demons. I just like
how
cinema,
you go
bro.
to Ace Ventura. Should we bring up the?
I don't think Ace Ventura has ever been referred to as cinema until now. Just throwing that out there.
Jen hates us right now. Jen hates us.
The trapdoor is open. It was not an untrapped door, rather. It's open. You can see not much. There's not a lot of light, but you do faintly hear Magdaig.
Hello? What?
Magdaig,
someone up there?
what trouble did you get yourself into? What?
I'm not quite sure. I think I blacked out for a second.
Did you open this door?
Apparently.
Emse just jumped
down. I don't know.
Emse just jumps right in. Emse jumps right in.
Okay. Well, it is a narrow wooden staircase, steps, wooden steps going down into.
Oh, sorry, there's steps. That's going to hurt a lot when I jump in.
Okay. Fortunately,
As he just flings himself down the steps.
you might have
Mental
asked
image.
Magdaig before you threw yourself down the steps. There's no
gotta fill
homeowners
dailies.
insurance here to pay for your injuries. We're not liable for it. You signed the waiver.
Emse jumped in 100%.
Okay.
Was it
Can't
that dark
fill
that you
dailies.
couldn't see the
Stairs.
stairs?
As I hear people crashing down.
I mean, does Emse fall down the stairs? Do I make an agility reaction roll? Like, what am I doing? Or do I just bonk my head? Do I take a stress? You tell me.
Yeah. I think Emse, leaps as Simia sometimes do, but it's not that far before she realizes there are steps beneath her.
Everybody, there's stairs.
Yeah, so she may stumble a little bit, but catch herself and proceed down the stairs like a normal person.
Normal is not a word I'd ever use to describe Emse.
I heard that.
Oh. I look around awkwardly. Yeah, Mahrell, why would you say something like that?
The skull pipes up. Well, he wouldn't be wrong, would he?
Well, shall we go down then, I guess? I'm talking to Mahrell, not you, idiot. She says to the skull.
And the skull responds, yes, we shall. And Mahrell goes, motions for...
Is everybody going down the steps?
Yeah, we're going down.
No,
Well,
we can't.
We're going
we can't
down,
afford that.
down. Cut it out, then. Cut it out in post.
It took me a second to get this. Okay.
So is Darius...
Turn your Walkman off.
Taking
Darius
the rear then?
would
Walkstone.
follow down
Walkstone.
after a moment.
Downtown. Okay. All right. So you all make your way down the steps. Unfortunately, due to the number of people and the age of the stairs, they start to tremble and then collapse behind you as you enter what appears to be an old cellar. It's dirt floor, stone walls. It's not been accessed in living memory, probably. There's some crates and barrels.
There's a crate and barrel down here?
In the corners, but there's some barrels and crates.
There's nobles and barns, for example, just as another thing.
Right. Okay, that's something I didn't quite get that.
Tell me you don't live in the US. I'm not telling you don't live in the US.
I'm an American. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeehaw, partner.
All right,
because that's how all Americans sound.
That's what I've learned.
Does this room look to be self-enclosed? Like there's no obvious doors or exits?
Correct. There's no doors. You may notice off to the side there's some
Darius would
rubble.
walk over
on
to the rubble and just look at it. Does it look interesting in any way?
Does it look interesting?
Do you want to do an instinct roll for that?
Maybe the rubble itself isn't that interesting, but there is actually a hole in the wall where these stones have tumbled out of the wall. You might feel a little, like, damp, moist air
Darius kind of
wafting through the
looks
wall.
in the hole in the wall and just says, everyone, this looks significant. And then with a really black, ominous arm,
After you.
because it's clothed in darkness, points into the darkness.
And everybody else?
Well,
Do you-
I gotta say, I was a little worried about you, Magdaig, but I'm glad that you, I'm glad you kept yourself safe down here. Looks a little shady to me.
Oh well, that's nothing new. I'm used to falling down holes in this profession.
You're used
Certainly.
to falling down holes?
Well, yes, no, it happens quite often. The amount
I mean, that's a little concerning, but, we can talk about that later, I guess.
of
Now I need an
It's,
experience for somebody
I
that's
talk it
just
down to experience, dearie. You never know when someone's laid a pitfall trap somewhere in the woods.
Well, I guess
Or
I
in a
have laid a
cave.
few of those in my day.
Emse is looking around the cellar again. So we have some rubble. We have a crate and barrel, right?
It's right near the Sabara.
Crates and barrels.
And you
There's
can
a-
stop at the Pinkberry on your way out.
I don't know what that
trying
is.
so hard not to laugh. There's also a wall with rubble coming out of it. How big is the hole in the wall into the darkness?
Quick DM, how big's the hole?
Well, you appear to have more experience with the holes than. I'm so sorry.
Lean in, Jen. Just lean in. It's okay.
Innuendo.
It's the rod all over again.
The opposite of the rod, some might say.
It is definitely it's the wall is caving in, basically, is what's happening. So there are stones at the bottom and some that are leaning out from the middle, and it's definitely big enough that our smaller champions could easily get through.
So not everyone, bigger people would have a hard time getting through.
They would, but also this is not like a sturdy structure.
I will say, Raric goes over to the hole, puts their finger in their mouth, and puts it into the hole, like up, trying to like test for wind. But note that Raric does not have like a wet tongue, so this action does nothing. But he's seen people, or they've seen people do it, and so they're trying to assess if wind is coming out of this tunnel. Does that make sense?
You guys.
Yeah, Jen. What? Yeah,
What'd you say?
Yeah, Jen. What's going on?
You might have broken Jen.
Trying
What's going
to
on?
be
That's what you
serious,
said,
I'm
Jen.
crying.
You broke
Yeah.
Jen. You broke Jen.
Yes, that's what
I don't
happened.
think that's how you meant to deal with I don't know how you do it with the in your lands, but it's not typically how we check stones in this one.
You don't check to see if wind is coming out, to see if this is to an external door? You don't put your finger in your
That's
mouth
the-
and then wet it and see if it's cold? Oh, wait.
I usually stick an inanimate object in there first.
In your
Just to-
mouth?
No, in the hole, dearie. I'm not a savage.
Hmm. I guess I defer to you then. And Raric looks a little angry at not being the one to figure this out. Steps aside.
while they're examining the hole, Mahrell is examining these crates over here because Necromancer House, there could be something interesting.
There could.
So he's gonna dig through the crates.
You want to make a roll for it?
Yes, that is a 20 with hope.
A 20 with hope. Yeah, so you rifle through the crates. They're not very sturdy, so it's easy to pry open lids and things. And it seems like a lot of old. Clearly, they've been here for a while, but they are ritual supplies, the kind that you haven't seen used for anything good. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you?
I was just trying to see if we could more evidence that this this was that necromancer's domicile, and it seems like if we were approaching, like, I don't know enough about necromancy. I know witch stuff, not necromancy. It's totally different. Do they have a laboratory, a ritual center that they use?
Some files and vials.
Yes.
Files and vials. Nice.
Yeah, they would have probably a pretty extensive, I don't know if laboratory, but definitely someplace where they are running experiments and trying to increase their power and find more ways to reach further into the dark.
So okay, yeah, okay. Nothing of use for us to going forward, like phylacteries or lich equipment kinds of things.
Nothing that you would know how to use.
Fair enough. So Mahrell explains. Oh, look, I seem to have found supplies. They're probably of no use to us, being who knows how old, but more evidence that this necromancer was here.
I don't think the age matters, Mahrell. I think the fact that these are for necromancy matter more. We're all good witches. I hope you recall. And a word.
Are they?
It's hard to remember sometimes.
Mahrell looks pointedly at the one person who is not a witch in the group, in case they have any experience.
I didn't say that.
No, he's wearing shadows. You're not supposed to throw shade at him.
Oh,
whoa! Like burn, dude.
And once he's done with that, he actually takes it's a little mannequin out of grass that he made and hands it over to Magdaig and says,
Magdaig?
Hold on to this, please.
Right, oh dearie. Can Magdaig examine it?
Yeah, you're welcome to examine it. It's a tethered talisman.
Ooh.
And so I have imbued it with my protective essence, and while you're holding it, you can expend its magic to reduce the number of hit points they mark by 1. And I can't create a new one until a short rest, and this one has been used.
All right, I gotta admit, Mahrell, that's pretty cool.
Talisman.
What was it? Tethered something or other.
Talisman.
They're not a talisman factory. Just saying.
I can make one. Takes a while.
We already have a crate and barrel here.
Just
We don't
7
need
days. I can make you a talisman.
I don't know the reference, but I love it.
It's from a small play deity. It's
I'm not very well versed in those. I grew up in a cave.
Sometime. You'd love this one.
Emse, there's a simia-shaped hole there.
There's a simia-shaped hole in all of us.
I see you. I see you approaching it. What are you?
I mean, I'll do you one better, and I'm gonna mark a stress to transform again into a cute little weasel and weasel my way right into that hole.
All right.
Amazing.
Yep. So yeah, no, Emse, you just see again, just like boop, just like shrinks down into size and just goes right on in. And I guess is it safe to say I can just work my way over there, GM? I'd assume.
Yes. You
Okay.
make your way into the rough-hewn, possibly hand-dug tunnel that leads off. There's no light. It's very dark, but you can see a little way in front of you.
I'm like
Maybe a lot of
wondering.
that may be far range. But that's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering if there's a way that I could help myself see a little better. I guess I have a torch if I want to get out of this form.
Let's say those of us back in the main area, if we could light torches before we go in, since I have one in my inventory. I don't know what the rest of you.
I mean, I have one. I'll tell you what.
Are you gonna crawl
I can
through a small hole with a torch and not burden yourself?
Not a problem at all
Yeah.
because I have a skill, not much room for error.
Emse just starts to work her way forward, though, in what's called the weasel form, trying to be a sneaky sneak, and in the dim darkness, very dark light, whatever we have there, trying to just see, kind of get a feeling for what's around. I don't want to keep advancing because I don't know on the map, if I should kind of because I figure we're theater than minding it.
Right. Are you scouting ahead, or were you just trying to slip in and see, make sure it wasn't dangerous before everybody joins you?
I wanted to scout ahead a bit. I think Emse certainly doesn't want to get too far from the rest of the party, but get far enough ahead to kind of know that there's no immediate danger if we're trying to get everybody else potentially in here. We want to know that Emse would want to know that this is sort of clear before we make that move.
All you see is rocks and dirt and darkness. There's just not much that you can see from where you are. It does.
Okay.
Maybe you get the impression that the tunnel goes on a little ways. Maybe, I don't know, hollow echoing noises.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Emse kind of goes back towards where she had come in and looks over at the rocks on this side of the tunnel. And does it look like I'd be able to move some of these rocks around in order to help other people get in to make it big enough?
As a weasel?
Well, I could draw the beast form.
It's a very strong weasel.
Yeah, the rocks are it's crumbling already. It would not be that difficult to expand the entrance.
Okay. Emse just actually goes right back up, crawls right back through the hole, and shares with the folks right around there what she had seen, noting that the tunnel is dark, but it seems to go on far. And this seems to be the only way that we have to go for right now.
Certainly seems like this could be an entrance to the more secret parts of the house. But this is my element, so. What'd you say, Magdaig?
We can't exactly go backwards, can we? I believe that the avenue is closed to us.
Yeah, it all looked normal up there anyway.
Mahrell notes that this area was probably sealed for a reason. Be on your guard.
We literally just heard your ancestors say danger. I think we were already on guard.
Your ancestors said what, love?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You fell in a hole. Yeah, Mahrell, they spoke to this guy. Maybe it wasn't an ancestor, some spirit. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Darius lets them talk and just pushes through.
Anyway, they said...
He just...
Hey, I'm
know.
talking here.
That's why I'm going.
I didn't know that Raric is from New York, like from Brooklyn.
I just
like,
heard somebody say that once. Thought it was cool. Anyway, yeah, they heard from a spirit and they said danger. No big deal. And I follow Darius. Kind of. I put on a big show, but I'm a little embarrassed that he called me out because I'm known for talking a lot too much.
Rock
Blabbering.
big, talk big.
Does Darius have any trouble getting through the entryway? He's very big. Okay. Just want to check.
No.
I think
No,
Emse made it
like
larger.
I said, it's crumbling already.
There's a Darius-shaped hole in the wall. No, not Darius. Raric shaped hole in the wall.
Yep. I mean, stone on stone.
Probably, like if anybody else had any doubts, rocks, stone skin would have, loosened any rocks that were left, and they tumble down. And
Hey, this place kind of looks like my nursery. Weird.
Is anybody? Emse kind of goes back. I mean, I guess suggests is anyone going to light a torch?
Darius lights a
It's dark
torch
down here,
and holding it so close to him, all of the light is absorbed into his darkness. And he looks at it and looks at Emse, puts the torch out and puts it away again.
I mean, I can hold it for you if you want.
Darius takes the torch back out and hands it to Raric.
Anyone else?
I mean, are you gonna light it or?
anybody got a light?
Well, I'll give
No.
it here. And
Okay.
I take the torch and I just kind of I try lighting it against the stone wall. Just kind of
Like a giant
Darius
match.
actually walks
Yeah,
up
like a
and
giant
takes
match.
it from Magdaig and makes direct eye contact with Raric and tries to light it on Raric. Yeah.
Light
Okay.
it on.
Roll
What am I rolling?
Like
Roll for it.
You must
what do you think
roll.
that is? Like
Finesse.
finesse? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say finesse.
I think finesse because I'm made of rock, but I am also made of dirt and moss, so
Finesse
you
or
might
or
not hit the
presence.
rock part.
Presence, I would
Perform?
think. It'd be performance.
I think either one. I think
He
either
didn't
one's
tell
fine.
me. What am
Whatever you
I
have more
going
of.
with? It's a drastic difference.
Then presence. You are making
That
a
is
show of this, clearly.
14 with hope.
A 14 with hope. I'm gonna give it to you.
I'm sorry. What was the DC
Can
on
we
that?
say for flavor that you did it on my rock hard abs?
Absolutely, you can.
Sorry.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah,
So, did you wanna describe
Oh
that?
my!
Darius would make eye contact with Raric and very frustrated at the insinuation that I should light a torch when Darius knows that Raric has a torch. So that I should do it and would just strike it like a match on Raric and then turn back to Mahrell and just say the worst part is I know they get their rocks off to this.
You bet I do, baby.
Enough of that, both of you.
Mahrell says, "You have no idea."
always
Emse just
knew I
kind of
was hot.
slowly weasels her way forward and is like, I've never been with this group before. This is new. And she works her way sneakily and skulkily further down the tunnel. away purposefully, like with some lead away from the group, both due to the plethora of innuendo and whatever just transpired on those rock hard abs, while at the same time she's a little bit like, they do look nice. Then just kind of keeps going, a little bit further forward, trying to again anticipate with her smaller stature anything that may be coming up ahead.
Emse is what?
Still in weasel.
It is weaseling skulkily.
Yes.
Down
very sneaky. Very sneaky.
Who's carrying the torch again? Is it
Raric?
Raric's carrying the torch, yeah. And Emse is skulking. And
I would assume that gives me some help seeing that fair GM. Like, I'm guessing I can't see far off in the distance, right? But better than before.
Right, just a little bit. As you move forward, you can see not much new. You keep going, and there's more tunnel, more rocks, more GM trying to unmask things.
Do I notice the walls like being rough hewn, like a person like manually cut through these? Or like
yes,
this is
they are definitely not some kind of like advanced technology or even magic crafted. This was dug out by hand.
Do any of these like rocks on the ground or anything of interest there, or just kind of like random detritus?
It is mostly random debris, but
okay.
Maybe
this one looks like
give
bones.
It a little instinct roll. It's a lot of instinct.
It is a 16 with fear.
16 with fear. If you look closely at some of the bigger piles, you notice that there's some bones in there. That is not all rock after all. The further you get, the more bones you're seeing. And if you look very closely, you might notice that the finger bones are worn down like they dug for a long time.
Okay. I don't, go to share that with anybody or anything. Just kind of keep, moving forward.
Totally normal. Just another day.
Another day. Another weasel day.
Yep.
Do these bones have flesh on them? Are they like so old that they are purely like the bone?
It just bone. Bone is all that's left.
I was gonna say, as Raric goes through, they would have caught on because they grew up in the mountains and they're surrounded by rocks all the time. They know what rocks look like. And they were passing by particular piles, noticing that these don't look like normal rocks. Do I find anything that looks like a human femur bone?
Specifically?
Specifically a femur.
You'd have to roll for that.
Okay. Well, that's actually pretty good. Except for it's with fear. A 6 and a 7, so help me do math. 13. Plus, what was it? Instinct?
Yes.
Plus 5, so 18 with fear.
18 with fear. Yes, you succeed. So do you recognize a femur?
I'll say that I think it's a femur.
Yeah. It's you did roll with fear, so
and I don't have really normal human bones.
Yeah. If you are not familiar with human bones, you don't have any sort of outside reference for it either.
Okay. I put what I think is a femur bone in my bag.
Okay.
And then I keep walking.
And is the rest of the party kind of following along? They're not like moving their tokens on our map, but I just wanted to, for clarity's sake,
Darius is following along. He is looking up at the ceiling.
Are you?
GM question. The aforementioned graveyard in earlier parts of the story. Did we see that when we entered the manor?
Mm-hmm. Depending on the direction you approached from, it would be very easy to see. It's a large
and
regional cemetery.
Which direction from the house was that cemetery? Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
To the right.
So the direction
the house
we're
didn't
going?
have a compass on it,
So,
but yes,
that was my question.
It is the same direction.
Does Darius realize that he is, like, does he have his bearings enough from the broken staircase and the trapdoor that he realizes he is heading towards the cemetery? If you would like me to.
Do you want to try a knowledge roll?
Also, keep in mind we're in a necromancer's house, so
15 with
sense.
fear.
They need bodies.
Oh my god, we are all not doing good.
This is okay. Yes. I feel like Darius is not one to rush about willy-nilly, so he's got some presence of mind to keep track of what he's seen and where he's headed, and would piece together that this is the same direction as the cemetery
along.
They saw outside the house.
In the rear of the group.
And Mahrell has to comment on what he just saw from.
I mean, it's sticking out of his
Raric.
bag. It's like a baguette, like, just comically large, sticking out of the bag.
Yeah, and so he's like, "Have you started taking souvenirs?"
Not souvenirs, no, but I thought it could be helpful later. You never know. I mean, it doubles as a weapon, and I could maybe, I don't know, transform into something that looks like it. Or, I don't know, talk to it. You never know who you're going to meet. We're in a necromancer's dungeon.
Are you moving forward?
Yes.
Emse definitely is.
I'm following close enough behind that my light is still reaching Emse, but far enough behind that my thundering steps are not going to alert anyone of her.
So as you take a few more steps and sort of come around a bend, suddenly there's sharp lines of formal walls and an inlaid stone floor and torches flickering on the walls.
Emse, this reeks of traps.
Nah, there's no traps over here. Remember that one upstairs? I nailed that one. Emse actually in the weasel, form, just kind of rolls right into this area and just walks right up to kind of right down, going towards. You said there's kind of like a door at the end of it.
There is a door at the end, or right. Not something, not like a traditional door. It is a large, maybe faintly glowing with strange sigils, a little bit, mostly opaque, but there's something on the other side.
Emse, so I guess it's like it kind of almost happens. It's in one fluid motion where Emse drops the beast form, goes back to simia form, but as she transitions back to simia form, she's immediately seated in sort of like knees bent, seated position, and sort of like a prayer, sort of like meditation. And does go ahead and invoke her commune, reaching out to the kind of like ether. And so for Emse, it's not actually one in particular, but it's almost like she's searching for the right one to get an answer at that time. And she makes a connection with a spirit, feels a sense of warmth in her chest. And then what do I need to roll? D6 is equal to my spellcast trait. So I got to do. I think mine's instinct. Is that my? Where do you see your? Yeah. A 6. Oh boy. All right. So I would like to commune with this ancestor and deity that's bringing a warmth to my chest and a connection to something greater than myself to physically experience a scene relevant to what is going on behind this door. Or what is this door about, I guess I would say.
Wait, what's the second question?
So it's really one question. Sorry. So the question is what is this door, or what's going on, I guess, behind this door? Or again, use some flexibility, obviously. Like, what is this door connected to, or something? But then the roll gives you the option of psychically experiencing a scene relevant to that answer, as if I was there.
Okay.
No, physically experience a scene.
Physically? It's a psychically.
No, psychic. Oh, I can't read.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Very close.
He
Because
just
I was
can't
like,
say
it's
it.
Psychically.
No, I read it like 2 times to make sure I got it right.
It's psychically.
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 Psychicality.
Okay. Psychically, your awareness, spreads out past the barrier. What was the roll?
I rolled well,
those
4
are
dice.
that's your skill. Okay. never mind.
Commune dice, and so I had a 6,
and you
which
get to
gives me the
pick.
option of
Okay.
yes.
Okay. So, your awareness passes the door, and you can see that there is a large open cavern extending out pretty far. I mean, it's a very far distance across the cavern. There's light, so maybe there's an opening on the other side of the door to the outer world. But you would also hear the sounds of chanting or spellcasting.
Does it feel like any positive or negative connotations? You also don't have to tell me that part, but yeah.
Do I need to tell you?
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to. I mean, it's not clear here. It just says that I experience a scene. I don't know if I get a sense that this is a good or a bad thing, but yeah.
I think Raric's got it.
Okay.
You don't get in a necromancer's dungeon and look for happy things.
There's no unicorns and rainbows. Okay,
No,
got it.
No.
You see,
you can transform
You might
into
find
one.
the funny bone.
Wow.
hey,
If Tiddly was a necromancer, I'd expect her to exclusively work on rainbows and unicorns.
true.
That's true.
Emse gets up and kind of looks down and sort of dumbfounded for a second, because then she feels that there's something awful probably has happened in this place and maybe continuing to happen, and doesn't know exactly what the chanting is or what it's about, but then goes backwards towards her companions to fill them in on the things that she saw and experienced with her commune.
So, have we all met up by this entrance?
Yeah. Magdaig comes up behind Emse and drapes her cloak around her that she's been carrying since upstairs.
Very thoughtful.
Emse,
You look a bit cold.
Emse wraps herself in the cloak and puts an arm out onto Magdaig's
Magdaig.
Magdaig's shoulder and as a gesture of thanks and thank you for not losing this. I always leave it behind. Could Emse ask what is near this door? There's what's around the door right now?
Around the door?
I see a switch.
There is a lever on the floor or wall, pick your pick. Not much else besides dust. You can see the footprints of yourself and your party because there was so much dust that hadn't been disturbed before this.
And are these little magic lights on the wall here?
Probably.
Okay.
I will say that before we enter this, mess with the Raric, get the thorns. I better prepare myself for some battle, huh? And I'm not using my experience, but I'm going to use my thorn skin spell. So I'm going to spend a hope to sprout thorns all over my body. When I do that, I place a number of tokens equal to my spellcast trait, which is +5. When you take damage, you can spend any number of tokens to roll that number of d6s and add the result together to reduce the incoming damage by that amount. If you're within melee range of the attacker, deal that amount of damage back to them. If you take a rest, clear all unspent tokens. So basically, this will last for our whole session until I use everything.
Okay.
Just... You see in the areas of my skin that are not stone, that are covered in moss or covered in dirt, you see thorns pop out.
All right. So everybody's over here in this hallway is what I want to call it, with this path down to this large, weirdly glowing door.
Yeah, and Emse will go ahead and create another moment of peace for herself prior to opening up this door. You see like
Just
a ring of kind of
in this weird, creepy carved. Yeah. Okay.
It's perfect. Little ring of flowers somehow still sprouts up right around Emse as she's there, which, seems odd as it's kind of just like growing out of the stone, but then they don't just like fall apart. They more so just fade away. And I go ahead and can clear up to 4 stress.
Okay.
I don't think anybody else has any stress, by the way. Nobody else has stress, right? Yeah, because I can do 2 more. I only had 2 marked, but I was like, I'll go 0 from beast form.
From walking around as a cat.
From walking around, we've gotten stress already. Okay.
Every time you do beast form, you mark a stress.
She literally jumped down a flight of stairs
ones, you got to mark
looking. So there's some stress been involved.
That's true. There's a little bit of stress.
That's true. This is true.
Yeah.
All right. What will you do?
Before we go in there, Darius, I have to ask. It's the elephant in the room. Everyone's been wondering it, I assume, because everyone thinks like me. Darius, do you have any experience with the dark arts? We're here in this area. You seem to be very familiar with darkness, and I can't help but notice. Do you know anything about necromancy? Or, I guess any form of dark art?
GM?
Do you know what we're getting ourselves into here?
Necromancy or the dark arts?
Darius? That seems like something that would be in your background.
I have experienced darkness, but I'm afraid that what I have encountered might be unrelated to what we are about to face.
Well, shoot.
You were hoping...
I was hoping that was the key.
Was the key?
I mean, why else would you be a part of this group? You're a warlock. We're all witches.
I will know my purpose.
Why did they send you with us?
When it is in front of me.
Yeah. Guess I'll take it.
Mahrell literally folds one arm across his chest and puts his head on his hand and shakes it with his eyes closed.
What? What did I say?
There are a number of different groups involved in our loose company, or organization, if you will.
Fair. Did I say something wrong?
We don't have time. Let us move on.
Fine. We'll discuss this later. Emse, you got the lever.
Emse turns around, just like,
what? What did I say?
It's like, I left my family because of things like this. Join the. Sorry, wait, hold on. Wait. What's it called again? It's called the
Society for Benevolent Intercession. I will tell you, we were going to call it the Foundation, but I refuse to have something with an FBI acronym.
Oh, no.
Fair enough.
It's like, join the Society for Benevolent Intercession. It'll be great. You'll go adventuring. It'll be different than this. It's the same everywhere. And then as Emse says the last thing, it's like, it's the same everywhere. Then she pulls the lever, or attempts to pull the lever, I guess I should say.
In before. Wrong lever, Emse.
As Emse reaches out to pull the lever, suddenly all the light vanishes and you're surrounded by darkness. Not knowing what could be happening, what could be coming, you draw your weapons and a dark aura envelops you. And you hear the sound of stone grinding on stone.
Yo.
And this is the point where you either make a choice or make a roll.
Would this be, can I just ask, kind of outside of the story, would this be a good time to use my moonbeam spell where I can make it light?
No.
So we could see. Okay.
What you've heard is the sound of walls crushing in on you.
Good thing I'm made of stone.
Good.
I'm gonna.
Stone can still crush stone, I think.
For it.
I guess if you want to roll, do so. Otherwise, I will tell you what your choice is.
Do we all?
You got to decide now.
Can I say for
each
flavor?
Everybody's going to roll their own favorite die.
Just one?
And you can, I mean, individually you can pick one or the other. You don't all have to roll.
Can I flavor this also to say that instinctively, when I felt the walls tumbling in, that I would reach out for Mahrell, to protect him, to just try to guard him with my body. It doesn't have to do anything,
right? No, but yes, I understand.
We kind of hate each other, but we kind of love each other. I mean, what do I say? Okay, I'd like to roll.
It's a friendly rivalry.
It's a friendly rivalry.
What do we got?
Rolled.
Is it a
19 with fear?
Just one die. Whatever is your favorite.
One die.
Yep.
Is it D12, D20?
Doesn't matter.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Nope.
All right, fine. I never get to use D20.
I know. That's what I was like.
Right?
I'm gonna use that. My bow die.
Oh,
is that a 1? What'd you get?
Yes, I got a 1.
Is it really?
Not even
I got
kidding.
a 1.
A 1
2
and a
ones.
1. Rianth got a 4. What?
14.
15.
15 and
Oh no.
14. All right. For those of you that rolled odd numbers, the 1 and the 15, I wish that I had you. Well, I wish I was receiving the rewards of those rolls, but you would take the reanimation transformation. Reanimated.
No.
For those of you that rolled even, you take the ghost transformation.
Oh.
The walls crushed you. This was some Star Wars trash compactor. There was no escape.
Gosh.
So
That's pretty crazy.
we're exploring more of the void here.
That's why you
the
said
ghost,
no transformations.
That is why I said no
That is why,
transformations. So
This is
if you
amazing.
need, I can provide the transformation cards. Reanimated are corpses who have been brought back to life. Stitch up says during a rest, you can only clear hit points if you have access to remains from a recently deceased creature.
Oh.
Describe how
Delicious.
using this material affects your appearance. You cannot clear hit points by any means except a downtime move or the risk it all death move.
Hey,
If you
GM,
need.
I hate this description.
I have this femur that I wasn't using for anything, but
Fair. If you detest the thing that you got, I would let you pick the other one. I'm not that hung up on it. I just wanted to use some of the transformations. So if you're not familiar with risk it all, that's when it's your death move. When you mark your last hit point, you roll duality dice. If hope is higher, you stay on your feet and clear hit points or stress equal to the hope die. If fear die is higher, you would cross through to the other side. But with the reanimated transformation, you have the corpse feature when you risk it all on a death move. If you fail, you can permanently mark out a hit point to succeed instead, and then you still use your hope die's value to clear hit points and stress. So the reanimated are sturdy, and have some. What I was reading about the transformations is there's like a good feature and a drawback to them, so that they're trying to balance that. So we're playing around with it a little bit. The ghost transformation is a spirit trap between the mortal realm and the veil of death. Spirit form, your physical form, can shift between corporeal and incorporeal. Mark a stress to transition into and out of your spirit form. While in spirit form, you can move through solid objects. Are immune to physical damage and take double magic damage. You can spend 2 hope to attack or physically interact with the material world. And the other feature is ephemeral. Cross out a hit point slot when you take this card and when you increase your tier. So the people who are ghost have just lost 4 HP. When you mark your last hit point, you must choose
wait.
Blaze of Glory.
I'm not
as your death
increasing my
move.
tier after I take this card. I'm only... Right? I've already increased my tiers all the way. I'm happy to do it your way.
Okay. Okay. I think that is a fair evaluation of it.
I am happy to do it. Do it your way. You are the GM. You tell me.
Okay. I took it as
Okay.
crossing out
Done.
4 hit points by the time you're tier
Done.
4. 1 for each tier. But I see what you mean about when you increase, but you already did.
So which are we doing? We're taking 4?
Huh?
Are we
4.
taking 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So a point of clarification. Does when the reanimated can't heal from spells or skills from the HP?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay.
Correct. You can't clear hit points by any other means. Now,
Okay.
is everybody okay with the transformations that they got?
Yeah.
yes.
Nobody's getting demigod. Don't even think about it.
Oh.
I'm not sure I fully understand how the corpse thing works, but I'd say let's just play and we'll figure it out. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately, nobody checked the lever for a trap. Nobody inspected the door, the barrier into the next area. And when the lever was pulled, it sprung the trap that killed everybody. Now, there is this dark aura surrounding all of you, and it's the strength of the necromantic power is bringing you back in some form. So you are either reanimated or you are ghosts, and you are able to proceed to try to resolve the situation.
The stage has been set. The champions are in the worst peril of their lives, or perhaps afterlives. Will they save the Redmont family and clear the blight plaguing Bodenhammer Manor? Find out next time on The Naturolls.